Hello, my name is Amanda Wareham, and I am here to present the problem speech. In this case, I am the statistic. I titled this, It's All in My Head. It is believed that you have the ability to change and grasp control of your thoughts to prevent spiraling outbreaks of what has consumed our society today, mental illness being the problem. I truly believe this as well. For 9 years, I was in a relationship with a troubling trend. For years, I sat in doubt, guilt, and shame. The weight of my thoughts consumed me and controlled my mind and my life. Jenny Allen, in her book titled Get Out of Your Head, wrote that our minds are great at providing distraction. And, well, that's what I did. I tried multiple careers until I found my passion in nursing. I still, to this day, am taking the summer class right now, presenting this speech to you, because when I was signing up for this class was around the time I had decided to break the cycle that I was spiraling in my life. I told myself that by keeping myself busy, that is, to distract me from the toxic cycle I was trying to break myself from for the umpteenth time, I wouldn't have to deal with the emotions I would subside for years prior. But I decided I didn't want to be a statistic anymore. Did you know that more has been discovered about the brain in the last decade than in the last 20 years than in the 2,000 years prior? Jenny Allen explains that there are 3 lies that we tell ourselves. I am helpless, I am worthless, and I am unlovable. These are the 3 lies that can shape our thinking, our emotions, as well as the way we respond to the world around us. These lies trapped in my mind in the cycle by distraction, distortion, and pain, which prevented me from recognizing the truth and what I should have believed in all that time. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, nearly 1 in 5 U.S. adults live with a mental illness. Your thoughts can have control over you without you even noticing it. The toxic thinking I was stuck in led me to believe I was unlovable. The overwhelming thoughts of the mistreatment has had the ability to affect the way I valued myself because of the way I let people treat me. Jenny Allen mentioned in her book that 60 to 80% of primary care visits with doctors are related to a stress component. The prevalence of mental illness is higher among women than men. The belief that a person is just born the way they are and they don't have the ability to change their thought process has hindered the constant change of the brain and the mind as well. Thoughts like I am helpless, I am worthless, I am unlovable, the top 3 lies that we tell ourselves and a person believes about themselves to create derogatory thoughts. That is what one licensed therapist mentioned in Jenny Allen's book about a person and the 3 reasons they lie to themselves. Mental illness is more prevalent in the age range of 18 to 25. This is not an easy age span to go through, in my opinion. You're still blooming and becoming your own person in these years, sometimes even against your parents' wishes, becoming your own self. Research suggests that our brains are still developing until the age of 25. So through these years, from 18 to 25, when mental health is most prevalent, are the years that we're working on and trying to grow the most in our lives. Did you know that an average person has 3,800 thoughts per day? With research that shows evidence that the vast majority of people with mental health illness are a direct result of toxic thoughts. During these years of growth, you can change your thoughts. You have the ability to do so 3,800 times a day. I read a book once that the greatest generational battle that is being fought in our society today is the battle that's being fought between our ears. Wow. Think about that for a second. The greatest generational battle is between our ears. It's in our mind. It's in our brain. What we believe and what we think truly matters. And I truly believe that. Do you? The healing has to come from within a person themselves to want to change their negative thoughts and lifestyle, to break generational curses. Jenny Allen writes, emotions lead to thoughts, thoughts dictate decisions, decisions dictate our behaviors, and our behaviors shape our relationships, all of which can revert our minds back to either positive or negative thoughts. She explains that this is an endless cycle. Sounds familiar from what I went through. She believes that we have to dig deep to find the root of the problem, to discover the emotions that trigger that endless cycle. Finding the time and the frame of mind to actively avoid the distractions you provide yourself with. That is very important. And open your eyes to view your situation for what it is. And act. Even if the action isn't something that you want to do. I truly believe that action is where I took the chance to go against the manipulated and hindered beliefs that were not my own, and fought for the freedom for my mind to think the way I wanted it to think, and not the way of what others want me to think about myself. The only person that there will be to blame should you take no action would be you, and then in my case, my children as well. My advice, take the step. Think about it. Find what's best for your mental health, and then put action to make that a priority in your life, in your way of thinking. Instead of thinking of all the negative possibilities of your action because your brain is so wired to do so, put action to make it a priority to focus on what you have to do to just take that first step. In my opinion, after what I've been through in my life, with myself being one of these statistics, excuse me, taking the first step means you're already halfway through the battle. All it takes is just that first step. Thank you.